From Nutrien Ag Solutions, this is Senior Meteorologist Andrew Pritchard with your Canadian Prairie weather story for Monday, August 22nd, 2002. Look at temperatures here first thing this morning, generally in the mid to upper teens across the prairie. We've got another front trying to slowly make its way across the prairie. That'll knock temperatures back, 4 or 5 degrees in some locations here over the next 24 to 48 hours. We'll look at the satellite picture here. Nice glitch at the very beginning, but here you can see it. We've got an area of low pressure up here across the Hudson Bay, and just, a series of frontal boundaries making their way across the prairie, and at times those fronts butt up against the Rockies, bringing some showers and storms to portions of western and southern Alberta. Also some showers ongoing across portions of central and southern Saskatchewan here this morning. That will continue over the next 24 to 36 hours or so as well. This, again, the radar picture here as the sun starts coming up here early on Monday morning. Now we'll take a look at the NAM model, the precipitation forecast through the first few days this week. And again, highlighting these two areas here across western and southern Alberta, and then across portions of kind of southern, southeastern Saskatchewan here. We'll see some showers over the next 24 to 48 hours. Here's what we've got then as we head through the day on Monday. Got those showers across central Saskatchewan. Those begin to taper off. Maybe seeing some afternoon showers and storms flaring up across the foothills of western and far southwestern Alberta. Heading into the overnight and then into Tuesday morning, maybe some showers ongoing across southeastern portions of Saskatchewan into southern Manitoba. Again, maybe a few showers and storms across western and southern Alberta. And this continues to be the theme for the day on Tuesday. This is now Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening. And then as we head into Wednesday, that front continues off to the south, and we bring precipitation to an end here as we get to midweek. This is Wednesday morning, getting into midday Wednesday. Maybe, a shower or a storm in far southern Alberta, extreme southern Saskatchewan, but by and large, by the time we get to Wednesday, we get a pause in the precipitation as much of it moves off to the south. Now, totals as forecast through midday Thursday, so this is the next 3.5 days. The hot spot here across southern and western portions of Alberta, where we could see an inch, maybe 2 inches in some locations here. As you make your way off to the east, across southeast Saskatchewan into southern Manitoba, precipitation lighter, a little bit more hit or miss. Maybe some pockets of some heavier precipitation here approaching an inch. By and large, we're talking about more like, a tenth, quarter an inch, half an inch here across southeast Saskatchewan, southern portions of Manitoba, with those heavier totals. Back off to the west here, the best chance of getting over an inch certainly going to be further off to the west. And now as we add in the rest of the week, this takes us through the next 7 days. Not a lot of change, but we do bring a system through here late week into the weekend that's going to bring, again, isolated to scattered showers and storms to the region. But by and large, over the next 7 days, it's going to be western and southern Alberta, getting into portions of northern and central Montana. Again, as frontal boundaries just kind of stall across the region just like that. Now, the upper level pattern over the next, 7 days or so, really lacking organized jet stream support. You can kind of see the little lines here. The tighter packed together that they are, the stronger the jet stream wins. So where we've got that strong flow is kind of coming around the base of this trough across the Hudson Bay. Very strong jet stream flow there. Got some flow coming around this trough in the Gulf of Alaska. But then as we look at Western Canada, you see how they split? We've almost got split flow here across Western Canada. So very slow, disorganized jet stream flow across Western Canada. That's why we are really lacking in organized storm systems. We see those frontal boundaries at times extending from this low over the Hudson Bay. This is where we get those fronts that they do something like this and butt up against the Rockies, and we get those showers and storms on that frontal boundary as the flow comes up against the Rockies. And that's really been the setup there over the last couple of days and going into the next few days. You can see that when we look at the precipitable water loop. This is showing us the water moisture content in the atmosphere. You can see the flow around this low in the Hudson Bay there. And you can also see those frontal boundaries just coming around there. You see the drier air coming around the backside. And at times, as I go ahead and pause this, bringing it back, take the drawings off, we see things like this. You see that front come in, and look at the flow. It's kind of subtle, but do you see the flow coming in here from the east, butting up against the Rockies? And that's how we can trigger some of those showers and storms here over the next few days, right across this area. And then again along that frontal boundary, you can kind of see right here we've got a little bit of a circulation. You can see some deeper moisture here nudging up. You see the drier air coming around on the back side here. That's why we've got that little pocket of showers and storms across southeast Saskatchewan into southern Manitoba. So really disorganized jet stream, but a couple pockets here of shower and storm activity over the next 48 to 72 hours. And then we'll finally illustrate that here with the precipitation forecast from the European model. Again, here's your frontal boundary. This is the picture here on Monday. We've got the low way up here over the Hudson Bay. We've got a front extending back from that area of low pressure here into central and southern Saskatchewan. That's where the shower and storm activity will be ongoing in this area over the next 48 hours. And then as that front and the flow kind of butts up against the Rockies, we've got that shower and storm risk across southern and western Alberta. And again, a lot of that over the next 48 to 72 hours. This is your precipitation forecast here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then as we get into Wednesday, remember that front sinks south of the region. We'll get a pause in precipitation through the late part of the week. This is your Thursday forecast. This would be your Friday forecast. And then as we get into the weekend, we'll see another system eject across the prairie here. And this will bring in isolated to scattered shower and storm activity. This is your Saturday forecast right here, as it is from the European model. So again, 2 pockets of shower and storm activity over the next couple of days, a lull here Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, pretty much everyone a chance for some showers and storms. But over the next 7 days, the probability of picking up half an inch or more of precipitation, 2 areas where that seems more likely than anywhere else. And again, that's going to be across far western, southern Alberta, and then kind of right along the southern border of Saskatchewan and Manitoba. A lot of this, again, over the next 48 to 72 hours, pausing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, another chance of scattered storms on Saturday. Not talking about much in the way of severe weather. We're looking at the instability forecast here on Monday. This would be Tuesday. Again, where we see those pockets of shower and storm activity, some very weak instability. This is nothing compared to what we've seen for much of the summer with that, constant risk for severe storms across Western Canada. This is, maybe a marginal risk for an isolated storm here, producing some marginally severe hail, maybe some gusty winds. We see that front take the instability south of the prairie then as we get into Wednesday. And this would be Thursday over here on the right. Then as we get into Friday and beyond, bringing that instability back into the prairie as that next storm system makes its way in. Maybe a slightly higher risk for some severe storms over the weekend. Not looking at much in the way of winds. Again, disorganized jet stream, no organized storm systems. Those max wind gusts over the next week really topping out around 40 kilometers per hour, around 25 miles per hour. And that is the windiest that we'll see it through the week, except for maybe with some of those gustier storms. We'll look at the jet stream here as we head deeper into next week. And, a couple reasons I show you this. We're looking at the ensemble picture here, and what you notice is, again, disorganized flow here, weak jet stream flow through much of this week. This is all the way into Thursday, Friday, August 25th, 26th. Again, Western Canada, right there. Stronger jet stream flow where I pointed it out earlier, coming around the base of those 2 troughs, and then we're seeing ridging in the middle of that. And that's what we continue to see deep into the end of August. Again, the ridge resets as we get into the last days of August, the first few days of September. So what that tells me is, as folks start asking, are we looking at the risk for an early frost? And right now the answer to that is no. We're really looking at keeping temperatures probably on the warmer side of average as we head into late August and at least the first days, if not the first week of September. And as I show you the latest from the European seasonal model here, this is the latest forecast for the month of September. Again, Western Canada here, generally looking a little warmer, a little drier compared to average. So, there's going to be wild cards. There will be storm systems here that we don't know the details on, but by and large, if I were to give you an outlook for the upcoming harvest season, looking pretty good. Again, keeping things a little drier and maybe a little bit mild. So not yet looking at an early frost and not yet looking at a pattern that's going to completely soak the prairie as we head into the harvest season. Your 10-day high temperature and low temperature forecast here then for a few select cities. Remember I mentioned that front coming in here over the next 24 hours. 27 for the high in Calgary today, 21 tomorrow. Edmonton pretty consistent in the mid to upper 20s through the end of the week. Saskatoon warming up to the upper 20s as we get toward the end of the week. Regina, you'll feel that cool front. 29 for the high today, 23 tomorrow, mid 20s through the rest of the week. And then Winnipeg, you cool off slightly over the next few days as well. 28 today for that high. Low to middle 20s through the rest of the week, back toward the mid 20s as we get into the weekend. Have a great week, guys.